Earlier today, William Ruto directed various groups, including Gen Zs, to each nominate two persons who are to sit in a multi-sectoral forum to discuss the issues raised by the demonstrators, the Gen Zs. These persons are to form a 100-member National Steering Committee. And even before the ink has dried, Gen Z has already rejected that directive. Before we look at Gen Z's response, let's have a look at William Ruto's direction, courtesy to KTN News. Office of the President directs youth, civil society, religious groups, and others to nominate two members each by July 7 to form a 100-member National Steering Committee of Multi-Sectoral Forum to address issues raised by youth. That was William Ruto's directive. So Ruto wants these various groups to each nominate two persons. These people are going to form a 100-member National Steering Committee. This committee is now then going to talk or to dialogue on the issues that were raised by Gen Zs. But Gen Z has already rejected that kind of an order. The Gen Z movement press release response to your request to nominate representatives to constitute the National Steering Committee of the NMSF. In our national address in the past 2 weeks, we, the Gen Z movement, have announced to you and the world that we need the Finance Bill 2024 scrapped completely and that you must resign. Upon the receipt of your request to nominate representatives to constitute the National Steering Committee, NSC, of the NMSF, this is to notify you that we decline your request. Our demands are attached in the appendix below. Optionally, you could come out on Tuesday at the Dedan Kimathi Monument, where we shall serve you with a hard copy. Gen Z movement. So that order or request by Ruto has been rejected by Gen Z. I want us to dig deep into this, but before we do that, let's have a look at an interesting post shared out by Paul Mwangi in connection to William Ruto's request for dialogue. Paul Mwangi, Ruto making same ignorant mistakes as Moi. In 1990, following the deadly Sabasaba riots on 7 July, clamoring for multi-party, Moi set up the KANU Review Committee under the chairmanship of Prof. George Saitoti. But the people were not asking for reforms in KANU. They had rejected single-party rule and wanted other political parties. Now, after the recent protests by Gen Z, Ruto has set up the National Multisectoral Forum on Youth Engagement to address the concerns raised by the youth. But the youth are not asking for talks. They want action. Ruto's move is as blind as the one by Moi and will do nothing to stem the demand for drastic reforms in governance. That's Paul Mwangi. Paul Mwangi saying that in the early 90s, or rather in 1990, Kenyans were agitating for multi-party. But President Ruto thought that Kenyans were agitating for change in KANU. Yes, some internal changes in KANU, while Kenyans were agitating for multi-party. Right now, Gen Zs are not demanding for talks with Ruto. Already they have raised their issues, their concerns. What they want is action. And the most interesting bit about all this, Kenyans or Gen Zs are not interested in dialoguing with Ruto. All they want is for Ruto to go. That's what they want. That's their ultimate goal. Ruto must go. I want us to dig deep into this for Kenyans to understand it better. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's proceed. Ruto is asking for talks with the youths, while the youths are not asking for talks. They want action. They want Ruto to go. Thus, the divide. The youths want Ruto to go. Ruto is asking for talks. Why is Ruto asking for talks? If you look at William Ruto, Ruto wants to buy time till 2027. These talks will drag and delay till probably 2027. And he's doing that deliberately as he ponders his next move, his plan B. This protest caught him unaware, and he never thought or even dreamt that Kenyans could do what they did on Tuesday. So the protest and the occupation of parliament caught William Ruto off guard. He never expected that. Ruto thought that he was the Alpha and Omega, but nobody could challenge him in Kenya. After all, he has the police, he has the army. Ruto never imagined or thought of something like that, so he was caught off guard. He's asking for talks in order to buy time as he plans his plan B. I think that's one of the reasons why Ruto is asking for those talks. Ruto is also asking for those talks because he is out of touch with the ground. He's not listening to the ground. The ground is not asking for talks. The ground is against corruption. The ground is against William Ruto's premature campaigns. Instead of sitting in the office to deliver, he has already started his 2027 presidential campaigns. Gen Z's Kenyans are against those premature campaigns by Ruto. There is nothing to talk here. Ruto should just stop the early campaigns. He should be in his office serving Kenyans. Gen Zs are telling William Ruto to stop his early 2027 campaigns. Gen Zs are also against this tribalism, this open tribalism in Kenya Kwanza government. All Kenyans are paying taxes, but we are being told that this is a shareholding government where only two communities are benefiting from the government, yet all Kenyans are paying taxes. William Ruto should and must reorganize his government, but the ultimate goal is for him to go. And also, if you look at Gen Zs, they are agitating on almost everything William Ruto has done in the under 2 years of his rule. In the under 2 years, it's a fact. Ruto has not gotten anything right. In fact, anything he has tried has failed. He has just been making blunders. This overtaxation, the frequent trips outside. William Ruto should sit down and work. Kenyans never elected him to be a tourist. All these are the things Gen Zs are agitating for. So instead of William Ruto trying to buy time, let Kenyans see action. If Kenyans can't see action, then the ultimate goal here is for Ruto to resign, is for him to go. That's exactly what is happening here, ladies and gentlemen. And I strongly believe that Kenyans should not accept those talks with Ruto. Let Gen Zs and now Kenyans, let them be very strategic. They should be laying these demands one by one to Ruto. And as they lay those demands, let them not be in a hurry. Revolutions do take time. They must be patient and persistent. A revolution is not a one-day thing. It's it's done slowly, patiently, and persistently. Let me stop it there. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Those watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give the video a like. Thank you. God bless you.